There's one more step that's been added since this video was made, so we're going to go ahead and complete this now. And what we're going to do is if you come across a property that is labeled as an REO or a short sale or a foreclosure, you're going to want to go ahead and add a proof of fund sheet to submit with the offer. And so whenever you create, it's before you're going to be creating the AuthentiSign packet. You want to go ahead and make sure that the proof of funds is added, so that way you can go ahead and add that to the AuthentiSign, and then we sign off on it, and that's going to go directly to the agent with the proof of funds to make our transaction look a little bit better for the seller, which in this case would be a bank. So let's go ahead and do that now. The first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that the property that you've made the offer on, so in that example that's on the tutorial, you see it's 942nd Avenue North. We're going to take a look at that. So the first thing that you want to do is go ahead and go to the file that you've created on Dropbox, and you're going to pull up that spec sheet. So you're going to click on this right here. And then you're going to see on the spec sheet, how you're going to see this is at the top of the page on the EREA, you're going to see short sale. A lot of times it's going to say REO or to say foreclosure or VA foreclosure. Anything that looks like it's not just a standard sale, we want to make sure that we create a proof of funds to go with that offer. So let's go ahead and do that now. So now we're going to learn how to make a proof of fund sheet and then add it to Dropbox and to Transaction Desk, this right here, and then include it in the AuthentiSign packet. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to besttransactionfunding.com. So go ahead and bookmark that on your page once you go there, and you can easily bring it up. Next thing you're going to want to do is go to Proof of Funds tab at the top. Go ahead and click on that. You're going to see Proof of Funds in the middle of the page. Go ahead and click here. That's how we're going to make the proof of funds sheet. And now we're at the main page to where you're actually going to make the proof of fund sheet, which is going to get emailed to you, so that way you can attach it to all of those things that we just mentioned. So for first name, you want to make sure that it says Louisa, last name's Clary, company name is Integrity, First Investment Group, comma, LLC, period. Telephone number is always going to be, or at least for right now anyway, 745-9553. If we end up changing that number, we will let you know. For now, go ahead and enter 615-745-9553 on every single telephone number proof of fund sheet that we do. For the email address, you want to make sure that it's the address that's going to go to you, because you're actually going to take that proof of fund sheet and save it to those files that we talked about. So for this one, let's go ahead and create an email address that I'm using, so I can pull this up. So I use Josh at ifrealtygroup.com. Property info type, make sure that it's residential that's selected. And for property address, we want to go ahead and go either to your transaction desk. One of two ways you can do this. You can go to transaction desk tab. All of that information is going to be on the transaction overview for that transaction. Or you can simply go to your folder again, pull up this spec sheet. It's going to give you the address. So I'm going to go ahead and enter that and then come back here in just a second. Okay, so we've went ahead and entered the property address, city, state, and zip. And now you want to go ahead and go to the your offer amount. And for that, you can either look on Transaction Desk and you can see it was listed at this much, and our purchase price, which you would have known from the Google Docs that we told you on that spreadsheet, what offer to submit. That's actually where you're going to put this, because we don't care about how much it's listed for. We want to have proof of funds stating we have the money for the offer that we've made. So the purchase price is going to be $19,895. So we're going to go ahead and put that right here, $19,895. And letter type, you want to make sure that company only is selected, and then go ahead, check on you've read terms and conditions, click submit, and now you go ahead and check your email box. And you can see in my email box, info at Best Transaction Funding does have the proof of funds that we're looking for here. So when that comes up, it may look different on yours, but it's going to be attached here. So go ahead and click on that. And let's go ahead and save that to the Dropbox folder and the appropriate folder that we've created. So then we're going to go ahead and we are going to find Integrity First Investment, all formal offers submitted in 2013, and 942nd Avenue, and then POF, you can keep that just like that. Click Save. So now that we've saved that, let's go ahead and go back to Transaction Desk. And here's something new for you. But what you're going to do is go to DocBox at the top. So anytime you need to import something via email or a file that you've saved, you can do that on DocBox and actually save it to the transaction folder that you're working on. So let's go ahead and go to the top here on the I would like to, and scroll or click on the arrow and go to upload a document and click on this gold arrow right here. Now you're going to see on this side, you can simply just put POF in here. You really don't, well, we have proof of funds here, so let's go ahead and click on proof of funds for the type. And on the add, all you're simply going to do is go to the Dropbox folder that you've created, and that's where your proof of funds sheet's going to be saved. So formal offers, and here, and then you want to click on the folder for transactions. You want to find that transaction that you've created, and for here 942nd, and then you simply click upload document. Now once you have done that and at the bottom it says that it's been completed, you want to go ahead and go back to transactions, and then you want to find the file that you've been working on. So 942nd Avenue North, click on that address. And then you can scroll to the bottom of documents. You can see POF, it has been added. So now we are ready to go back to the steps on AuthentiSigns that we've done, that we have in the previous video, but let's go ahead and do that now. And we'll go ahead and just create one so that you can see exactly how to do this from start to finish. So on this, you want to make sure it says offer, and Samuel Sign is selected. Click the next arrow. With this, a little addition that I think we've added last time, but for this you want to make sure that both me and Louisa are signers, and you want to make sure that the listing agent is going to be CC'd, carbon copied only on this, so that once you've created this, we've signed off on it, it's going to carbon copy and send that agent the offer. So then add contacts, and then from there you want to make sure they're all correct there on signing. And then go to the next arrow, and then from here you want to go ahead and select all the way down to the proof of, oh no, let's see, yes, you're going to go all the way down to blank addendum, and then you want to make sure, big must here, proof of funds needs to be selected. So proof of funds is the addition here. We want to make sure that's selected and included with this packet. Click add documents. Now you can see the proof of funds is actually added right here, and then go ahead and click next. And then you would check the beginning of each agreement, make sure that you put Integrity First Investment Group for the buyer, and then from there you're just going to go to each one here, and you can go back to the first video, but for this you want to make sure that for every time that it says Louisa's name, that you drag and drop her signature over, make sure she's selected. You can right click on her name and go to add date stamp, and then you can put that at the offer date. So that's how we're going to do on each of those. And let's see, so then for there are 6 spots, so there's 6 forms that are going to need Louisa's signature, and there are 4 that are going to need my signature. So for reference, if you can say, well, geez, I've only got 5 Louisa signatures, you're missing a page. So go back, make sure that you have 6, you've done 6 of these signatures for Louisa and then 4 for me, and that they're in the right spot under the right names. And then you can see our proof of funds is added at the end here. So when that packet goes to that agent, they're going to have everything they need completed, including proof of funds, which is going to be, it's going to help make this offer look more presentable to the banks, and that's going to help us out tremendously. I hope this helps out. If you need any further information on this AuthentiSign, go back to the last video. That'll help explain things a little bit further, and I wish you much success. Any questions, let me know.